guys, Jody here, and welcome back to my channel. So if you're new here, hi, I'm Jody, and I love the arts, and on my channel I mostly talk about books, television, and theater. So if you like any of those things, be sure to stick around because I'm certainly going to be talking about one of those things today. So in today's video, I will be doing my long overdue April reading wrap-up / spoiler-free book review on the book that I read in April. First, I'll talk a bit on what the book I read is about, then I'll share my thoughts, and when my review is over, I will give out my star rating for the book that I read. So without any further ado, let's get on to what I read in April, and that would be The Housemaid by Freida McFadden. So The Housemaid centers around the character of Millie. All Millie is looking for when the story begins is a fresh start. She has a bit of a complicated past, Millie, and finding a job has not been quite an easy thing. So when she applies for a housekeeping position at the Winchester's home, Millie thinks there's absolutely no way she's going to get it, but she goes for her interview anyway. And everything goes pretty smoothly, and she's hopeful, but she kind of assumes there's no way she's going to get this job. It seems, though, as Millie's luck, though, has finally turned around, because Nina Winchester, the person who interviewed her for the job, the person whose home she would be working in, offers her the position to be her home's housekeeper. Millie is ecstatic. She can't wait to start this job because she's looking for that fresh start. She cannot wait for that her chance at starting her life again. And she goes for her first day of work, and she is immediately thrown off when she re-enters the Winchester's home. And that is because everything is completely different than it was when she went for her interview. Nina even is different. Nina was very warm and very much a gracious host when she interviewed Millie for her job. And now Nina is very cold and acting quite odd. And then as well as the home is completely different too. The home when she went for her interview was beautiful with everything perfectly in its place. It was a home that could be featured in Architectural Digest. Now the home is a mess, clutter everywhere. And Millie is very confused, and she does not know what to make of this. She doesn't know what to make of it. She's very confused, like I said. And she tries not to overthink this because, like I said, she really needs this job. So as time goes on, working in this home has become more and more strange and more difficult. Nina has become quite a nightmare to work for, and her daughter Cecilia is just as frustrating to deal with. The bright spot, though, among this madness is Nina's husband, Andrew. Andrew treats Millie the complete opposite of how Nina and Cecilia treat her. He treats her with kindness. He treats her with respect. And Millie cannot understand for the life of her why someone like Andrew, someone who's so nice and so kind, would want to be with someone like Nina. But once again, she tries not to overthink this because she needs this job. So if she has to put up with Nina and this nightmare that this job has become to make enough money so she can finally leave this job, that's what she's going to have to do in the meantime. And, Millie's not sure what to make of anything that's been happening since that she started working at the Winchester's home. Is Nina just misunderstood? Is something sinister actually going on? Will Millie discover which of these it is in time, or will she be too late? So that is more or less the overview of what The Housemaid is about. I don't want to say anything more as I'm making this a spoiler-free review. So yeah, as far as my thoughts on this book, I absolutely love this. Now, I saw this at the bookstore for quite some time before I ended up picking this up. And I picked this up like around November of 2022, and before that period of time, I heard a lot of people on BookTube starting to talk about this book. It almost seemed to become the it book on BookTube of the moment, like late last year. And so when everyone was talking about it and saying how really good it was, so when I saw it at the bookstore, I eventually picked it up because all anyone has to do really is say that they started reading a book or they just bought a book, and my interest in it will peak. I will now be interested in wanting to read that, So yeah, I finally picked it up, and everyone on BookTube was right. This is a really solid, really good mystery thriller. Like, it's an edge of your seat page turner that you don't want to put down once you start reading it. It's literally probably a one sitting kind of read. I didn't read it in one sitting because I don't read every day, but this is definitely written in a way where you don't want to put it down, even though I had to at some point because I can't read too much at the same time. But yeah, so what I really enjoyed about this mystery thriller was, in most mystery thrillers, it's like the author is like, you can see the author is building up towards a twist, a reveal, a turn. And like you can feel that twist, turn, reveal on its way as you turn every page, as you read sentence after sentence. It's like you're climbing a mountain and you're almost to the top of the mountain. You can see it on the horizon. You know that twist is coming. Now, The Housemaid did have a lot of big twists, turns, and reveals that were done in that style as well. But what McFadden what McFadden did in The Housemaid that I really enjoyed was a lot of the twists and turns and reveals. A lot of the times, not all of them, but many, were written in like just any old sentence. Like you would just be reading a sentence, not thinking any twist was on its way, and then whoa, there it was. And I really love that aspect of the story of how it was written, because it's something I rarely encounter when reading a mystery thriller. And I really enjoyed that part of the story. So, yeah. So, I don't want to say too much about this story because, it's hard not to give anything away. So, like, if you haven't been able to tell by now, my star rating for this book is 5 stars. I really liked it. It's a really solid, good mystery thriller, edge of your seat page turner that you could probably read in one sitting if, you're determined to read this in one day. Like, you won't want to put it down. And I'm really looking forward to reading the sequel to this book called The Housemaid's Secret. My bookstore has not yet got it in their store yet. I think maybe July or so. I heard maybe it was going to be coming in the store. So I haven't read the sequel yet, but I'm really excited to read it because it did end not on a cliffhanger, but it ended where you could see another story after this one. And if you're unaware, The Housemaid is in the works to become a film. So there's going to be a book adaptation at some point, or film adaptation, I should say. So yeah, that's my spoiler for your review on The Housemaid and everything. So let me know in the comments if you've read The Housemaid. If so, how did you like it? And what did you read in April or May? Let me know in the comments because I'm always looking for great book recommendations. And yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so very much for watching. And until next time, bye.